What is going on, everybody? My name is Ciara Lawler. Welcome back to another week of Weird News Wednesdays. This is the Here's for Hire podcast. We are back again talking all the strangest news stories from around the world. We talk about the news that the real news is too afraid to talk about. As always, I am joined by my partner in crime, Mr. Shaun Bean. Shaun, how's it going?
I'm here, Connor. It's good to be back. I'm happy to be doing weird news, and I'm sorry I was gone so long.
If anyone doesn't know, Shaun was away having a bit of fun, but you brought back some nice stuff as well.
Oh, I had a bit too much fun, everyone. Sorry. That wasn't a bit, I swear to God.
Right on time. Do you know that thing that's been going around the last 2 years? Well, Shaun had some fun for a week, and he came back, and you're a bit coffee this week, aren't you, Shaun?
I just have a little bit of a cough, and I'm running really hot these days, and all my joints hurt, so I don't, that's what I'm working with.
Fine. I seem absolutely grand.
Honestly, it's about 5% better than I usually am. So
yeah, I was kind of thinking to myself, should we record, right? But there was no weird news last week, so you have, I would say, soldiered on. You've said, no, Connor, let's do this. We'll get a weird news out.
I haven't done a show in a while. Last week I was just telling everybody weird facts and no one would talk to me. So I'm just happy to be here right now and talk about...
How does the weird news impact normal conversation? Like in a real world, not in this bubble.
Well, here's the thing, actually, because I was with some people that I hadn't known very well before.
Oh, rough time already. Connor, I am a social butterfly, as you well fucking know. But it's just, if there's ever a lull in conversation, I'd be like, did you hear there was a man who stole so many bikes that you could see him from space? But in my head, you're saying it like an octave too loud. Did you hear about the man who stole the bikes?
Just while there's like an actual serious discussion going on, being like, I don't know if I'm in the right line of work. The bikes, though. Excuse me. If I cough, by the way, I'll cut it out as much as I can, but I'm not a miracle worker either.
Look, the man has a thing we all know and love. I think you're the only one who hasn't had it for 2 years. So
I lasted a very long time, and it took me like being around 60,000 people to finally get it.
Those
I'm weak.
Festivals, man, they'll get you.
I know.
So Shaun, we are starting Weird News this week. By the way, if this is your first episode of Weird News, we normally don't have that much of a long introduction to one of our illnesses. But if you could give us a like and review, whatever podcast platform you're listening to this on, it would really help us out. But Shaun, there's only one place to start this week, because I knew you were coming back. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to get a story that would excite you.
Oh.
And I wanted to get a story that maybe would get your brain working, because, I mean, you've been out of the game for a little bit, coming back in.
I haven't had any cases to solve.
You haven't had any cases to solve, and you're a resident case solver.
A detective, we'll call it. I alternate between, like, detective and, like, barrister, and then just the judge sometimes.
Sometimes you're the criminal.
Most of the time.
But Shaun, we've had some sightings of an old classic monster that has appeared on this show.
Oh.
Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking one of our old resident classic Owlman.
It could only be Owlman is what I'm thinking.
It is not Owlman.
Oh, Owlman's still at large.
Cannot be stopped. But only comes out at night. Nobody can see him. But Shaun, what we also had at the start of the pandemic, I'm talking like March 2020, I'm talking first lockdown.
Man, the dark times.
We discussed a little known creature that goes around the UK Highlands known as the Dog Man.
Oh, I do remember the Dog Man. It was either a very big dog or a very hairy man.
And at the time, there was video footage of the Dog Man. He was sprinting across a camera. We barely just seen him. Just a bit of a blur, a bit of a glimpse.
Just a blur so that you couldn't really tell what it was.
But it was a 4K camera. Just weird that it was that one time it was blurry. We don't need to look into it too much. But Shaun, the Dog Man has made another appearance. Maybe this is our greatest piece of evidence yet that the dog man is among us, and we're just letting it happen.
Okay. I mean, do I need to look up a video or a photo for this, or are you just going to regale me with stories?
It's a regale you with story, Shaun.
Excellent.
I don't have any video.
Oh, that really sets the tone for the story, I feel.
Well, to be honest, we already have a video. There's nothing more I can do to prove to you.
Okay,
dog man is around.
As if I was a 5-year-old, Connor. As if I was a skeptic who didn't believe in things. Tell me about Dogman.
Well, look, dozens of people have shared their terrifying encounters with creatures lurking in woods and prairie lads known as dogmen, Shaun. You probably know, it's been all over the news recently.
It's been all over the world, of course.
Worldwide.
Mr. Worldwide.
Terrified with...
A pit bull.
That's actually pretty close.
That's a Dogman.
This is Pitbull. What the hell is that noise? Red light, green light. What the fuck is that?
He was last sighted at the Hotel Motel Holiday Inn.
That's all of our Pitbull references.
That's all I got.
And Mr. Worldwide. So, terrified witnesses tell of creepy dog-men creatures prowling in woods and prairie, Shaun. Reports of the bizarre creature, described by different witnesses as having a head resembling a German shepherd and glistening strong muscles, have circulated since the 1880s. Now, that's a long time ago, so you might think they must have some strength to them, these rumours, because they're not around that long without it.
Yeah, but like, I'll get to my main argument in a second here. At the minute, it just sounds like a pack of dogs.
Unlike dogs, however, Shaun, the monster is said to be able to walk on their hind legs, as well as all fours, and also has long arms.
It's still sounding like a dog that sometimes goes up on its back legs.
Several people have shared their stories of encountering the creature, Shaun, and we bring them to you this week. Armed with razor-sharp claws and teeth, this is the dog man, I assume, not the people telling us the stories, including park rangers and high court judges in the US and Canada. One man from Ohio, John, said, people need to be made aware of these things. They are as real as it gets, and they are dangerous.
Are they dangerous, though? How many attacks can be attributed to these dogmen?
Yeah,
John is coming. John is coming across a bit xenophobic here. Like, just because they look like a dogman doesn't mean that they're going to attack you.
That's a very good point. But how many murders a year do we put down to random wolf attack when it's actually the dogman?
Oh, but. I mean, that is fair, and I get your logic. That I don't feel like it's airtight logic, but I feel like it is logic. And I'll be honest, I'm on too much medication right now to properly debate this.
I rest my case, Your Honour. I win.
Shaun, you're on trial.
I have always loved nature, said John. I love the woods, I love hiking and camping and fishing. This isn't a dating site, John. Maybe just pull it back a little bit. On this occasion, I was by a lake for 15 minutes when all of a sudden, this overwhelming feeling of dread came over me. Oh, shit.
Okay. So we've got classic staple of any horror movie, feeling of dread.
Look around, what's going on? The breath start maybe to become a bit more erratic.
Yeah. No, that's COVID.
You're like, yes, sounding familiar. You're a dog man outside.
I'm being attacked by a dog man, okay.
That must be it. I switched my headlamps on to turn around to start back up the riverbank. And right behind a big sycamore tree, I saw what looked to be a very large animal kind of kneeling beside it, Shaun. Oh, fuck.
First instinct, though, big animal, you know? He didn't immediately go, that's a dog man.
As I locked my eyes on it, I completely froze. I knew I was definitely seeing something there.
With certainty, Your Honour. My eyes saw something that day. And it looked like a big animal.
I love the confidence. I knew I was definitely seeing something there.
He's not willing to commit and say what he saw.
Yeah.
But he knows he saw something. He knows he wants to be in the paper.
The sentence starts with a lot of confidence. It starts with a lot of oomph and very quickly dies off once he realises he has to commit to something.
Yeah.
So I knew I was definitely seeing something there. But my mind couldn't process it, Shaun. It's on a different realm. It's on a different sphere of life.
Some kind of Cthulhu-like monster, maybe.
When I was looking at what I was looking at didn't make any fucking sense, says John.
John, watch the language. It's a family show, for fuck's sake.
I mean, it was F*****ing, but I was filling it in. Maybe fecking. Maybe John said fecking.
Maybe.
I kept saying to myself, animals aren't supposed to look like that.
Like what, John? Describe what you properly saw.
I don't think he needs to describe it anymore. It was real big. It was a very large animal, kind of kneeling. I mean, what more do you want?
It's probably a wolf. It's probably a wolf, John.
Overwhelming dread, though. Wolf wouldn't bring overwhelming dread.
You sit beside a wolf and tell me there's not a little bit of dread in there.
You know, the monsters your parents told you weren't real and couldn't hurt you? They are.
John.
Oh, John.
Stop trying to write movie taglines. And just acknowledge that you saw a wolf, please.
Right as I'm thinking this, it's as if this thing read my mind. So he's putting psychic on the dog man as well.
He's giving this man a Hero or Zero level breakdown of his abilities.
It's like the thing read my mind. It stood up and made itself perfectly visible. Oh yes, we've got a clear eyewitness.
Okay, and John has proved to be nothing but trustworthy up until now.
Up until this point, he's given us nothing but cold hard facts.
What do you got for me, John? What can I go on here?
I've heard of the dog man before, but never really took it seriously. These things are perfectly adapted killing machines.
But if you never took it seriously, why would you believe in the killing machine bit?
The dread and the psychic ability, Shaun.
And but we don't. He doesn't. Oh, look. Okay, John. You've got the dread. You've got the psychic abilities.
The way its arms and legs looked, Shaun, it looked like it was perfectly adapted to walk on all fours as well as on two legs.
That's okay. That's a bear. That's just what a bear looks like.
Have you heard of bears?
It's summer. Like, bears will shed hair during the summer, and they won't look as fluffy as bears usually look. It's probably a bear.
He said, this is how John ends it. This experience has torn a huge hole in me.
What the fuck, John?
Why?
This man can't return to a normal life after seeing this wolfman bear thing.
But the question is, why can't you return, John? Nothing happened. You were not attacked. You were in no way harmed.
Yeah.
You just seen something once, and now you're like, oh, fuck.
Because, the creature didn't notice John then? Or the creature noticed John and let him go?
The creature made eye contact with John.
Well, no, John should be fucking dead if John's stories are to be believed.
Did you not hear that it's perfectly adapted to kill, but at the same time has not killed anyone?
If John was dead right now, I would believe everything he's saying. But the very fact that he's alive instantly invalidates his argument that these yokes are
If John
killers.
wrote a letter at the scene and it said, oh fuck, what's that over there? Oh fuck, it's a dog man. Jeez, that's a big fucking dog man. And then the last line was just scribbles as he was attacked.
Yeah.
I would believe John.
And then after that, he turns over the page, does a crude sketch of the dog man for us to go on.
About to die. Here's a reference.
I also drew a little son in the corner wearing sunglasses.
Little lines, of course.
It's a classic move.
Now, John isn't the only person that this experience has happened to, Sean. Otherwise, it wouldn't be in weird news. I've got corroborated stories left, right, and centres here that they're coming across and they're agreed with each other.
Okay.
Because another who shared their experience in Georgia is Frank Townsend. Frank said he was rafting with friends when he had to answer a call of nature. When he stopped in a clearing, and this is great by Frank, a genetically mixed entity of man, wolf and primate suddenly stepped out.
Frank, where has this come from? What's Frank's background that he can sum that up? And also, like, Frank is taking a piss as he's assessing this situation.
Yeah. What do you do? At that point, you're a no man's land.
Yeah, I mean, you finish, surely. You just...
Yeah, because you can't stop.
You can't stop. You can't run away. You'll slip. Like, it's a whole dangerous thing you got going here. So,
do you think like you continue pissing as you run?
I think finish pissing the whole way.
You go over to a bush, right?
Yeah.
You call it nature, you know yourself.
Yeah.
As midstream the attack, bear pops up. Let's just say a bear, not a wolf man.
Yeah. Give me like 30 feet between me and the bear.
No, bear is 4 feet away.
4 feet away.
And you're still pissing.
I think I'd still try and finish.
You're like, look, in for a penny, in for a pound, I better finish this.
Like, because if I get away and I'm like fully dry and I get back to my raft with my friends, they'll be like, oh, you survived a bear attack. But if I survive a bear attack and there's piss on my pants, then they're going to call me Little Berry Piss Pants the whole time.
There's absolutely, I mean, surely what friends do you have that they wouldn't say, yeah, I'd piss myself if I was also attacked by a bear?
I don't know, Connor. I feel they'd call me Little Berry Piss Pants. That's what I'd do to me.
Oh, I'd roast me good. I'd
get everything that's coming to me.
So look, here's Frank. He just very quickly sums it up. Frank's not about what John was up to, where John is saying like generic phrases. Frank's straight in for the kill. It's a genetically mixed entity of man, wolf and primate, and it suddenly steps out. Just in my eyes or my head, it has its hands in its pockets. Just suddenly steps out from behind a tree. How's it going, man?
I imagine he has like a cap pulled over his brow, maybe a trench coat with a load of knockoff Rolexes inside.
There's Nintendo DS games inside his coat.
He's got a special DS cartridge with all the games on it, kid.
You want Pokemon Ruby, man? Here you go.
Get your Pokemon Ruby, come on.
He added, I spent 21 years in the army. This is Frank, not the wolf man. Dog man. Jeez, that would have been embarrassing. I spent 21 years in the army, all over the world, and in 3 different theatres of war. Fuck me.
Fucking hell,
Jesus, Frank. And I've barely slept at all since seeing this thing. Not any of that stuff. This thing.
Okay, what did he do in the army? Because look, no, I'm not. Let's not go down that path. But like, I don't know if he was like, oh look, I painted targets on planes. Why would they paint a target on planes, Sean? That makes no sense.
No, that's a good idea. Yeah, aim here.
But like, if he was going in seeing fucked up shit every day, then yeah, he mightn't have a reaction to this bear. I don't know. This wolf bear, dog man. That's what he is. I mean, sorry,
you're ridiculous. I'm bringing you cold hard facts here. Right?
Yeah, sorry.
A few weeks ago, we covered Bigfoot, and the lads discovered him. And so,
with the worst video I've ever seen.
Oh,
and
the worst one yet.
Dog fella doesn't even have a video, Connor.
He does. We have a blurry video.
From 2.5 years ago, when everyone had been locked inside for weeks and had nothing going on.
All the videos stopped because of lockdown. Now they're going to start back up. You'll see. You'll all
see.
Well, Frank has now said, I can still taste the fear in my throat and my own vomit. I am 6 foot tall and about 250 solid pounds, and this thing dwarfed me. It was at least 7'6" and maybe 400 pounds, says Frank.
That's a bear. I keep coming back to this because that's what the truth is that Frank just saw a bear and he'd never seen a bear before.
Another witness, a deputy sheriff, said there ain't many things in the world to scare me. Put simply, I've seen some shit in my days, but nothing prepared me for that night. I recall there was a search for a young man sucked into a storm drain, and I parked my cruiser at what I believe was the electric company's storage yard. This is getting more specific now. About 5 minutes passed before I hear a snorting, almost sniffing sound coming from the other side of the tracks. I turned my light, and to this day, I wish I hadn't.
What is with these people and setting up movie cliffhangers? This is excellent.
It had pointed ears, a long muzzle, and it looked me right in the face before it bolted into the timber. It was not a mask, and it was not is in all caps, a person in a costume. Because clearly this man has gone home to his wife or his husband. I was like, I seen a dog went, fuck off.
You just saw someone in a Halloween costume. Like, that's all
the kids need to be fucking fed. Right?
No, they don't, and no, it's not. There's no point eating when that creature is out there.
Looking at your fucking piss off. That didn't happen.
Fuck you, little bear. He pissed himself on the way.
Oh, good. Yeah. In all your stories, they always pissed themselves. Very strange.
It's my motif. That's the word.
Who would walk up on an armed man with a police radio in full uniform and risk getting shot? Fuck me.
I don't know. Maybe a creature that doesn't understand the concept of a fucking uniform.
I remember it was surreal. So final, I guess. And then he finishes off with, I know what's in the dark now.
No, stop this.
All these are going for movie posters.
They're trying to be, you know, the quote that they pick out at the top of the article. It's like a three-way fight. Do you know what these quotes are actually? Not even the article. These are the quotes that they do after the break. And then they go, I know what's in the dark now. We'll be back in 5. Dun, 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 dun.
Yes.
Yeah. And I imagine this whole thing is going to end with no one... Like the dog man is still at large.
Man is still at large, Sean. That is how the article ends. But we have Nick Redfern, a lecturer and journalist who covers unsolved mysteries such as Bigfoot, the Loch Ness Monsters and UFO.
Can we get Nick on the show at some point?
I mean, I don't want that bad. I don't think I could keep up this character.
I think he might. Yeah, you're just trying to be the straight man, the believer the whole time.
He'd be saying random shit. I'm like, oh, Nick, no.
You can't do this to me.
You can't say you're a journalist for Bigfoot and the Loch Ness Monster. Then you're surely just... That's just unemployed.
That's just creative writing.
It's just... They don't do anything.
Just a fiction author.
There's literally no news.
They don't change.
He confirms there have been a number of reported dogman sightings in the UK, and he finishes the article by telling the newspaper there was a spate of them in the summer of 2006, as you should well remember. So Nick coming in there saying we should remember 2006.
What else happened? I mean, a lot of stuff happened in 2006, Connor.
World Cup 2006, that happened in 2006.
Winter Olympics. Regular Olympics.
Both
of them.
I think the regular was 04.
No.
It was 04, 08, 2012, because you had London 2012.
No, because then it got COVID, so it got delayed.
COVID in 06?
Yeah. Steve Staunton appointed new manager of Republic of Ireland football team.
I could have told you that.
You didn't know. I got there first. I'm the bigger sport head here.
You just Googled
it. Charlie High died.
Oh. Well, look up. Fuck him. This is just Irish-based news that you're on.
It's Irish. Yeah, it's the Wikipedia page for 2006 in Ireland.
Oh, this will be really good for all of the the international listeners.
Yeah. Let's see who won. Kerry won the Sam Maguire Cup.
Told you that.
Kilkenny won the Liam McCarthy Cup in the hurling. And
was that started their big long run shot? They lost to Cork the year before. And they weren't happy.
Yeah, and look, they could have had the 5 in a row then, but then, look, they all have it over downhill, boys. Who died? Let's see who else died.
Oh, we don't need to know who died in 2006.
All right, sorry.
Go on, tell me who died. Hi was a good one, though.
Hi, that was a fucking good one to get gone.
Nobody's going to know who Charlie High is, but he was a politician and he was a crook.
He was a fucking bastard and robbed the whole country. He was also in charge of the country.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, a lot of footballers and hurling players died. Is there anyone who would be I'm trying to find someone who would actually be
I'm not even talking Ireland, Sean. I'm just give me anyone worldwide who died in 2006, please.
Okay, hang on. Here we go. Death in 2006, and most famous one. Saddam Hussein died in 2006.
I've just got a theory.
Go ahead.
Dogman
did it.
I mean, it all works out. Saddam Hussein.
The timelines do line up because there was all those Dogman attacks in 2006. There's a spate of them in
the summer of 2006. When did Saddam Hussein die?
What? That was when Saddam Hussein died.
What month?
What month? Oh God. There's no possible way anyone could know. If
this is fucking summer, Sean, if this is summer, then I think it all lines up.
December 29th.
Oh, he got into hiding at that stage.
Yeah, he was.
Might be on the Bears.
Hang on.
Might be on the Bears.
Hang on. Let me find someone who died in the summer of 2006. We can do this. Who are we? Okay. Guitarist Johnny Jenkins.
Oh, fuck. Johnny got.
On June 26th, Connor.
Right smack bang in the middle of the summer of Dogman.
Statistically, the best day in June, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which one? 21st?
June 26th.
Oh, yeah.
I wonder why, he says.
I wonder why. Somebody was born on that day. So... Sean, we have to move on from Dogman. I know that was a fun one to start off, and I just thought that might be... It was just going to lead to just stupid conversation.
Yeah, we have to take the piss out of Charlie High, which is always great.
I mean, I'm always okay with that. There's one Irish person like, that's terrible. No. So... Moving on to our next piece of news, Sean, and this happened while you were gone, but somebody attacked the Mona Lisa.
Oh, I did see this, and I was like, we would definitely talk about this.
Man disguised as old woman attacks Mona Lisa with cake.
It's the classic Green Goblin disguise. It's the bait and switch, you know?
Yes.
Oh, I'm an old woman in a burning building. Pie to the face.
Call an ambulance, not for me. A bizarre incident occurred at the Louvre Museum in Paris as a man in disguise smeared a cake over the Mona Lisa. Videos posted on social media appear to show the young man arriving in a wheelchair, wearing a wig and lipstick.
And that passed him as the old woman that they thought he was. I mean, I guess you wouldn't really check too far into it, would you?
Why would you look too much?
Yeah.
You just accept it.
Because surely no one's going to attack probably the most heavily and publicly guarded painting in the world.
I love the idea that he wheels in the wheelchair and the guards just get him! Tackle him.
He's got a cake!
He's got a wheelchair and he's an old lady.
Start kicking the shit out of him. And there's another old lady about to roll in and she just decides against it and rolls slowly back.
She's just eyeing all this, slowly wheels back out.
Maybe I'll go to Disneyland.
One Twitter user wrote that a man dressed as an old lady jumped out of a wheelchair and attempted to smash the bulletproof glass of the Mona Lisa before smearing cake on the glass.
Did he try and break bulletproof glass with his hands?
Yeah, I think that's a level of confidence that you don't normally see.
That is backing yourself, isn't it? Being like, no, I don't need to bring any extra tools. I can probably get it done myself.
The problem is, but if he brings extra tools, what's he bringing?
I mean, yeah, what's going to get through a bulletproof glass? A bullet? Certainly not.
No, it's not. Certainly not. What else is there?
Oh, shit.
The man whose identity has not been confirmed claims to be an environmental protester And he says, think about the earth. There are people who are destroying the earth. Think about that.
You can't just say that, though. Like, that's a weak argument.
That's why I did this. Think about the planet, he said. Shouted the disguised man as he was escorted out of the museum by the security on the day.
I mean, yeah, we should think about the planet. That's all very, very good. A lot of wealth is unequally distributed. That's all very, very good.
Yeah.
You managed...
I don't think that's Mona's fault, though.
No, and I don't think it's Leonardo's fault either.
And he's certainly not around to ask. But I don't think either of them are at fault.
No, but I do, like... And this man succeeded in getting attention on himself. But maybe saving the planet, don't associate it with random acts of vandalism.
Well, I'll tell you now what they should do.
Maybe clean up some of the rubbish in Paris.
I'll tell you what they should do. And this is how you do it, Shaun. Bake Off. Next season.
Oh.
It needs a promotion, doesn't it?
Fucking
Needs
does.
a bit of a kick. We got the Great British Bake Off. What if we got cake, started smearing on all sorts of shit, glasses all up and down museums all around the world? People are like, what's with all these cakes? There's always just this old lady disguised as, there's always Paul Hollywood disguised as an old lady doing this.
You're putting this on
And then
Paul.
one day Mary Berry's just visiting a museum, just on the side, just not connected.
And the security guard just has like Bake Off in his head. And he's like, oh, that's probably it.
Just breaks her kneecap.
Fuck's sake. I'd like to posit, and look, you've sometimes said to me that I always bring this up whenever anything to do with art is called into question.
Yeah.
And I only play it for cheap laughs, and it's never even that funny.
I say that about a lot of things you said, but go on.
What if it was Banksy?
It's the only artist you know other than Leonardo.
Well, they're pretty good. All right, fucking Basquiat, there.
Got a good one.
I was at a museum the other day, Connor.
Oh, look, I don't want to fucking mess with this guy. Okay, then.
I now know 6 artists, thank you.
6? Rattle them off.
Banksy.
Okay.
Leonardo.
Yeah.
Basquiat.
Basquiat.
Fuck.
Oh, you're
what was his name? What was his
you're
name?
up a tree.
There's Van Gogh. He's there.
Van Gogh.
Like
Yeah.
him. Rembrandt.
Oh.
And Michelangelo.
I mean, that's the... I was like, Michelangelo has to be third.
I could have just been naming turtles at one of those points.
Once you do Leo, you gotta do Mikey.
The two bros.
So, Shaun, it's not the first time that Leonardo da Vinci's iconic painting has been attacked, of course. But the saddest sentence to this whole story is the Mona Lisa is believed to be undamaged as it is protected by glass. Following the incident, guards were filmed cleaning the glass.
Just with like a spray bottle of window lean.
Shaun, I think the big question is, why did he have to dress up as a woman to do this? Or an old woman in a wheelchair?
Yeah, maybe just to smuggle the cake easier, like have it under a blanket or a shawl or something like that.
I suppose, but like, don't you have a backpack?
I mean, yeah, you don't want to ruin the backpack, do you? Like you're bringing,
that's true.
You're bringing what I can only imagine is a pavlova to this thing.
So I have a follow-up question.
Go ahead.
For you. Where did he get the wheelchair?
You'd hope he bought it.
I hope it wasn't second hand.
Just a hope. You'd hope a miracle happened, but it probably didn't.
You hope there's not somebody in the street at the minute.
Can I borrow that for 5 minutes? Yeah, go on, son. He wheels in, never comes back out.
I just keep thinking of, by the way, the episode of the IT Crowd.
That episode, I can't. That's such a hard episode to watch.
If anyone hasn't seen the IT Crowd, I would recommend going to watch it. But the episode when they go to the theatre, I think, is one of the best episodes of television ever written in terms of how it grows. The stakes continuously grow up until like the point where it's just outrageous. Yeah,
and it has such a good payoff of an episode.
Oh, it's such a stupid show, by the way. It's not like a serious show. It's not a drama. I'm just saying, in terms of comedy, I think it's like the perfect, like that script from start to finish. There isn't one bit that you're not like, that's not building to the next bit.
Exactly. And I sound like Chris O'Dowd, apparently.
You sound the exact same as Chris O'Dowd, which kind of helps us, I suppose. Yeah. I don't have any famous sound-alikes.
Charlie Haughey, maybe.
Oh, don't put that on me.
Because you're a bastard.
Oh, no. Anyone doesn't know Charlie Haughey, Googling him now.
Yeah. So, like, what's this, like, vitriol they have towards this
Irish
man?
politicians of the 70s.
This man who's been dead for 16 years is still this hated.
Not long enough.
Bury him again.
Bury him further. So Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news, and this is just a story that I thought you might like to know. It's a bit of an update, because a little while ago we covered the woman who was selling her farts in jars.
Yes.
And why we covered it was that she was then sent to the hospital because she farted so much that she had to be put in hospital because it was not good for her.
She damaged herself through farts. And then wasn't the outcome of that she decided to sell them as NFTs instead?
Well, she now has a new scheme, Shaun, that I think you might like, because woman who sold her farts now makes $5,000 a day selling her boob sweat.
Gentlemen, gather round.
Guys, huddle in. What are we doing?
Just fucking cop onto yourselves, will you? Like,
I just like to huddle in, and then just slowly slap them all across the head.
Do a big ring around slap to everyone. Get it together.
Idiots.
Stop it. Go touch some grass and just fucking...
So she's now selling her boob sweat, Shaun. $5,000 a day. This is Steph Matto from Connecticut, USA. You might know that country.
Oh, good.
And she had to announce her early retirement from the farting game after she was hospitalised due to the diet she'd followed.
You hate to see it happen.
And if you remember correctly, she called herself a fartrepreneur.
Yeah, forgot about that, but I still hate it.
She's now made a full recovery and is now selling her boob sweat instead. And I mean, she claims that putting a jar together takes her just 15 minutes.
What that's how big are the jar?
Go on, ask a few questions.
Number one, how big are the jars?
That I don't know.
Number two, how big are
I don't know.
the jars?
I don't know.
All right, okay.
She says, I love sitting by the pool. So now she sits by the pool in the sun and she just sweats. And when she sweats, she puts it in a jar.
Just wipes it off and like wrings out a towel kind of a deal?
I can only assume. And then sells a jar at $500 a pop. And she'll fill 10 bottles of jars in one day. So that's $5,000 a day. But are they selling, or is she just storing these up? They're selling, Shaun. I mean, she was making a shit ton selling farts. I mean, she was selling them for $1,000 per jar.
For 500 quid, and I'm not trying to be like rude or crude here, you could get a lot more though. Like, not in like a seat, like in, but like in a, no, but like you could take someone out on a date, you know, you could do a really nice one for 500 quid. You know, and then see where that go sunbathing together. I don't fucking know. Just don't buy people's boob sweat off the internet.
She says, I try to drink a lot of water. The diet's a lot different from the last diet, where I can only assume she was just eating nothing but beans.
Yeah.
Now she says, I'm drinking a lot of water. I try to sit in as much direct sunlight as I can. So
skin cancer. Fun.
She's just trying to be like, is that the flower diet? Is that what that's called? Just water and sunlight.
Up energy. So yeah, the fucking photosynthesis of diets.
Using the old photosynthesis technique. She says, I like to call myself the human maple tree.
Stop giving yourself names. You're shit at them.
Why does she always start every sentence with, I like to call myself something?
Because no one else calls her ever.
No, it's a nickname you've come up with in school. Like, just chill out, man. It's grand.
Yeah. Oh, my nickname's Cool Guy. Like,
Cool Guy 69.
Fucking got him. Like, I really dislike this woman. I might not be in the mood for this, but
maybe that's the perfect time. Because here's the thing, right? Like, if you can get that money, go for it, gal, right? But I mean, at the same time, because there's people silly enough to pay for it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we do have to call it out that, lads.
It's called weird news for a reason. Like, come on.
Lads,
like,
come on.
And look, and we always say, you do you, whatever makes you happy. All the rest, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's a bigger debate about, should there be a duty of care in these things? Like, are you taking advantage? Probably. But it's just fucking odd. Like,
she said, with the boob sweat, I want to do things right. I want to be smart. I want to start off slow and have sustainable growth that doesn't overwhelm my body, unlike the fart jars.
I mean, what do you do with it when you buy it?
That is what did you do with the fart jar? Like, at that point...
But I imagine, and again, not trying to be rude, I imagine a fart jar is more of a one and done kind of scenario.
It's a grando.
But a gas will expand to fill the space that it's in. So, like, if you open that outside, it's filling the whole earth, very small. So, but the fart was $1,000, but there's more work put into the fart, I would say. But
how long are we giving it before she starts selling organs?
I mean, that's the next step. Like, because a liver will grow back, right? A liver will repair itself. So if she could cut off like a tiny bit of her liver and sell it, then that'll grow back, and then she does it again, and then she does it again, and then she does it.
Look, I think we just should all be happy, right? That we all go to our jobs every day. This woman's figured out a way that she gets $500. She gets $5,000 a day.
Yeah,
just chilling.
It's like the bathwater that. Like, that was remember that lady who sold her bathwater? Yeah. Like, that was the start of all this, I think.
Yeah.
And then
$5,000 a day, by the way, is $150,000 a month.
That's insane.
That's like $1,250,000 a year she's making on this.
How successful do you think this podcast is? Just ballpark, like.
Ballpark, I don't want to sound like we're just...
pause recording for a second. We'll do this off mic. We'll plan this out. Okay.
Go on. Yeah.
Like, could we just get into this? Or?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Okay, back on mic then.
We make loads.
Guys, this is going to be great.
This is the best idea ever. Look, I just we should bring that up, because in a few weeks I'll probably have a story where she sat in a sauna for too long and probably maybe went to the hospital again. Yeah. So it's important to get there first before the hospitalisation eventually occurs again.
Can I just say before we go as well that do you see the episode of Taskmaster where they had to fill an egg cup with sweat?
I have seen that, yes.
That took everyone ages.
It's so long.
It's so hard to do. I don't know
Have you been watching the newest season of Taskmaster?
I haven't actually, with Ardlo Hanlon on it.
I have to be honest with you. If anyone hasn't seen Taskmaster, start with that season. That's the best season of Taskmaster I've seen in a very, very long time. It's right up there with Rod Gilbert, James Acaster.
That's the top tier season then.
That's top tier.
Okay, I'll get to watch
all 5 of them lunatics. Not just one chaos. Or 2. All 5 are absolute chaos.
That's what you need. You don't need anyone like going straight by the book.
Just doing the task in like the most human way possible. I just want lunacy from everyone.
Excellent.
So, Shaun, we're moving on to our next piece of news. And I have a man, this might need your lawyer skills.
Oh, shit.
Because I have your next client.
Bring him in.
He's being accused of, he's an alleged avocado thief.
Ooh.
And he is arrested for grand theft of fruit.
Okay. How grand is the theft, allegedly?
Well, allegedly is an important word there, also because it definitely shouldn't be there. A suspected avocado thief in California was charged with grand theft of fruit, among other charges, after he was caught with stolen avocados from a ranch in Joleta. It happened last month, near a ranch in the block of Cathedral Oaks Road, everyone's favourite road, according to the Santa Barbara County Sheriff's Office. And this is where your client comes in, Shaun. An officer found the suspect, 44-year-old Tim Rounds of Lompoc, walking near his car, which was stopped on the shoulder of the road.
Okay.
So far, nothing.
All straightforward for my client, Tim.
He's allowed to just walk around his car, Your Honour. That's not illegal.
Doing the rounds, he calls it.
Oh no, doing the rounds. He's used that in other versions. 2 tubs towards himself.
This guy.
Rounds was wearing a headlamp on his forehead, Shaun, and holding a bucket of avocados.
Okay. Like a small bucket of avocados.
Well, I mean, it's a pretty hefty bucket of avocados, and he's got a headlamp on, and he's on a ranch that grows avocados.
Yeah, but you don't know that those avocados came from that ranch. They could have been on the road outside the ranch.
So you said he found a bucket of avocados outside the ranch?
He found individual avocados, and he was picking them up so there will be no waste.
Right, okay. And so if it's just a one bucket, that's okay.
I would like to have more information before I decide.
During the search of the car, deputies discovered the trunk was full of avocados, so high they were falling out when they opened the boot. When they opened the trunk.
What are you doing to me, Tim?
You're like grabbing him by both sides of his head. Tim, what are you doing to me, man?
You said one bucket.
You said you picked up 1 or 2 at the side of the road.
Tim, I'm going to have to go full ADHD to try and get you out of this, okay?
The ranch's owner was contacted and informed authorities Rounds didn't have permission to harvest their avocados, Shaun.
Your Honour.
Yes.
I would like to put forward my ultimate argument for this case.
Okay, so he's got a bucket full of avocados on a ranch that grows avocados. He said he hasn't stolen them. No. He just had a headlamp around his head, and he had a trunk absolutely full to the brim with avocados.
He was bringing the avocados there.
Right, he's the delivery guy.
He's a good Samaritan, is what he is. Oh. It's been tough times the last 2 years, COVID, support local, shop local, all that kind of thing. You gotta reseed the avocados every so often, Connor.
You're gonna put the grown avocados back in the ground?
No, he's going to take out the seeds and throw them into the field. They'll grow up, new avocado trees. Family goes on for another 100 generations. You've heard the tale of Johnny Appleseed.
Your Honour.
Now we have Timmy Avocado over here.
And I like how the judge is like, fuck, he's kind of swaying me, that's starting to make some sense.
I'd also posit it's impossible to steal food in general if you give back the seeds.
I
might have gone too far.
Additionally, authorities recovered a meth pipe and a bag of meth in the car.
Him!
I knew that was there all along, but I was going to let you try to defend them.
You gotta give me all the info, Tim.
Tim, please.
I just about had him on the fucking avocado dealer thing.
He's now off this. He's off stealing food because he threw the seeds back. That's absolutely fine. But now the mate, 10 years. He's got away. Oh, Tim.
Your Honour.
Your Honour, he was throwing the seeds in the meth bag.
He may have taken the meth.
Yeah.
So as to help the family go on for another 100 generations.
Their daughter's addicted to meth. And he thought, I'll smoke all that for you.
He doesn't have to smoke it, Tim. You won't smoke it.
What'd you do with it, Tim?
Tim, where is it? Give it to the judge.
Grand theft of fruit. I mean, is there a worse grand theft? It's a new Grand Theft Auto. Grand theft of fruit. Possession of a controlled substance and a possession of drug paraphernalia. And he was booked into the jail without bail. And the stolen avocados have since been returned to the ranch owner. But Tim is currently in jail as we speak, Shaun. How are we getting him off this? I feel like Tim might be innocent.
I think he's an innocent man. I think it's going to be making a murder style Netflix documentary done about Tim. In terms of getting him out, I mean, Jesus, they really, God, they went hard on it. Like, no bail. Like, that seems really harsh for stealing some fruit.
But he had the meth.
We've had lads on meth get out on like a tenner bail.
I can understand that. I suppose the option is maybe it's because he lied. It's because he said, I didn't steal that fruit. They're like, that's such a stupid lie. We would have given you bail.
Yeah, we would have let you out this evening. Like, it would have been fine.
All you had to say was, I was trying to steal the avocados, but the meth isn't mine. That's somebody else's car.
What we need then is a surplus of avocados.
Right.
To the point that retroactively anyone who stole fruit in the past is released from prison.
You're thinking the Innocence Project, but for fruit.
Maybe, but what I was thinking as well was that, like, at the start of the pandemic, farmers had to throw out a load of food because they couldn't ship it to supermarkets. Oh, yeah. Because, people weren't buying it, couldn't ship it to restaurants, all that stuff was closed. And so if there was a situation where this avocado farm had to get rid of a load of avocados, suddenly Tim's crime doesn't seem so bad in hindsight. So I think if Tim starts another pandemic...
If Tim is hailed as a hero, I think the world would be a better place, Your Honour.
And your verdict?
Guilty, no bail. I tried, Tim.
Oh, another one.
I'm 0-407. So, Shaun, we've got to move on to. So, I think I have two very small Florida Man stories, but both of them are perfect Florida Man stories, right? Okay. I don't have a lot of information because they haven't released a lot, but they both really sum up everything that Florida Man is and what he's about. Because we always go to Florida at the end of every single weird news, but I start off with two Florida burglars sought by sheriff after intense struggle to steal a safe that turned out to be empty.
It's a classic tale of hubris, isn't it?
So, two burglary suspects that broke into a Lakeland carpet store and stole the very, very, very heavy safe that was inside. According to the investigators on Sunday, just after 3 a.m, one of the suspects smashed the front glass window of Ronnie's Carpets in Lakeland with a crowbar. Poor Ronnie. They enter the store and then they prowl for the safe. The suspect can be seen on camera then struggling with the beast for up to 20 minutes to get it out of the wall and somehow move it across the carpeted floor.
Of course it's carpeted. It's Ronnie's carpets.
It's everywhere.
It's going to ruin that carpet with all the weight on that safe.
Finally flips the safe over so that I thought it's like back instead of its side.
Right. Bring a skateboard.
So it's skateboard out and is able to push it to the door. Then at this point, he is seen on camera basically collapsing and having to get his breath back as the 20-minute struggle has hit him hard.
That's painful to see, like on a security footage.
The second suspect can then be seen, he calls in the backup. The second suspect can then be seen trying to push the safe across the parking lot towards a car.
Like across concrete?
Yes.
Wait, bring the car up!
I parked further down.
No, he parked like down the road because he didn't want to pay for parking near the place.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, there's no car spaces. You know what I mean? Place is packed.
But you just gotta go around, like, it's a 5-minute walk. Yeah, but I have a fucking safe.
The suspects are then seen eventually, after the 45-minute struggle, eventually able to get the safe into the truck and load it and then take off. After all of this, 45 minutes, they've seen it all on camera. The police show up to Ronnie's place the next day and they're like, Jesus, that's terrible. Ronnie then tells them the safe was completely empty. There was nothing in it. He had moved all of his stuff out of it at a previous time.
Jesus, he just had the safe there for show. I mean, what's the value of the safe? I want, like, is it worth selling or?
We would have loved to have seen their faces when they opened the safe, if they ever managed to do it, and saw that there was nothing inside. We'll settle for seeing their faces in mugshots, haha, said the police.
Oh, God.
That's, good one, lads.
Yeah, you love arresting people. You're meant to love that part of the job. The thing is, though, like, say me and you rob the safe, and we open it. I think we would burst our shite laughing if it was empty.
Because at that point, it's a funny gag. It's like one of the worst things you've ever experienced during it. But then afterwards, it's so bad, it's kind of funny.
Exactly. Like, it's like you spent all day moving into a new apartment and then, like, you lock your keys inside and have to go home. Like, it's that kind of shit.
Like, oh, fucking hell. I mean, I just think they bring it home. I like the idea that they're just like, one of them opens it. I was just like, oh, there's nothing in it. And the other one doesn't believe them. It's like, there's obviously something in it. Would you stop joking? Come on now, tell me what's in the safe. Like, there has to be like necklaces, gold, something. Just, Ronnie's emptied the safe out. There's not. Also, what's in Ronnie's safe? In Ronnie's carpets?
Like fabric samples, maybe? Or like... Like, it's hardly gold bullion, like, is it? No. This also goes back to, and I realise this is my, this is something the kids do on TikTok, but it's my toxic trait, Connor.
Oh.
Which is, and I've said this before on the show, I really genuinely feel like I'd crack a safe within 15 minutes. Just if I had one in front of me. Like, and that, I know I probably can't, but I definitely could.
And I feel like I've told you before, as a supportive friend, I'm going to tell you that you definitely could do that. You can do anything.
Thanks, bud. I really appreciate
as someone with a brain, you don't have a fucking hope. Surely, like, come on, come to your senses.
I just put my ear up against it and twist.
I've seen enough movies.
I know exactly how it's done in the movies.
Would you have it like one of the shoes like the lads had in The Dark Knight?
Oh, I could do that. Yeah, you could get a little tappy thing going. Yeah. Could get a little long stemmed wine glass to work there. I've got a big long drill for some reason. Like, all of this goes into cracking a safe.
As a man who's never cracked a safe.
No, and I've done literally no research on the various things needed.
Nothing other than movies.
But
by James, would I solve it?
I'd fucking get you in there, boy.
I wouldn't get you out. I'd lock it behind us.
No, Jason. Oh, I've dropped it in the lake. Oh no, we're going down.
So that was our first Florida Man story. But we're ending, Sean, with Florida Man just being classic Florida Man. Because Florida Man steals jet ski but doesn't know how to operate jet ski.
Oh, it's generally like two controls, right?
You would think. A 48-year-old Florida man was arrested after stealing a jet ski that he didn't know how to operate. I will also note that he also didn't know how to swim either.
That's a bad move right there.
Florida man. Around 12:30pm on Sunday, deputies with the County Sheriff's Office responded to assist the Ormond Beach Police Department on a report of an in-progress theft of a jet ski. So they get told there's a progress theft, or there's a theft in progress.
Good.
When they get the call. When they arrive, he is still trying to steal the jet ski within the 10 minutes that they were trying probably to get there. The suspect, Ronald Williams, 48, had been unable to get the watercraft started, but had decided to try to float away on it anyway.
He's using it like a little pedal boat kind of thing.
Yes.
That's heartbreakingly sad.
According to deputies, a family was about to head out on the water for the afternoon, but instead they allowed deputies to take their boat over to the suspect, who was still floating in the intercoastal waterway, trying to get the jet ski started after 20 minutes.
You'd have to give up. I mean, if he can't swim, he has no option. He has to go.
Where else is he going to go?
Yeah, open ocean. Yeah, I fell off a jet ski in the open ocean once.
You've done everything. Go on.
Did you have
a little vest on?
I had a little vest on, but I went too fast, and then I flew away. But the jet ski kept going, and so I had to swim about, like, I would say, like 40 feet, which isn't a lot, but I was like
4
14.
miles.
I swam home, actually.
Do you remember in the mid-2000s when there was a shit ton of those movies where people kept getting abandoned in the sea?
Yeah, and I'm afraid of water. I hated those.
There was like 4 movies in the space of a year, and then they never made them again. There was no need.
It's like the license expired on the sea or something.
There's one of them I know that I think I seen once was... They were like, they're all stranded because they all, of course, dive in, and then the ladder falls off the boat or whatever fucking shit it is, and they're all floating there, and this one of them starts getting a cramp in their leg and starts like balancing their leg on the other person who's also floating in the sea, and I was like, that person's dead, man.
What a shit friend. Oh my god, I'm sorry. The laugh and the cough came at the same time. Oh dear. Oh no.
I think we should call it there, Shaun. To be fair, you got through the whole episode.
Man, I just died right at the end there.
If I haven't seen that movie, please tell me which one it is. I've no idea. It's such a weird thing. I seen that clip once when I was like 12, and I've always thought of it, that like, if you were stranded, it's like, oh fuck, I have a cramp, here's my fucking leg. Hold that.
Fucking, you sort me out. That's what you do to me, though, to be fair.
Go get me to the shore.
Take me home, boy.
Do you want to take us out, Shaun, if you can breathe?
I will do my best. I'll try and get through it. I'm going to thank everyone for listening to this episode of Weird News Wednesday. We'll be back on Friday with Hero or Zero, Monday with Movie Mondays, and next Wednesday with another episode of Weird News Wednesdays. This is what's going to kill me. It's thanking all of our wonderful patrons.
Here we go.
Big shout outs go to Waffles, the magic undisputed king of Aotearoa, New Zealand, Ciara Lawler, David Clarke, Ed Ball.
Oh, nearly.
Oh, shit. Ed, I'm sorry. Ed Ball, Joe Birdie, Róisín the wife Palmer, Ryan technically fine Evanson, Shaun Chuck it in the wash and it'll be grand Jamieson, Dominic, Jessiah Florida Gal Green, Anna Hjelmroos, Lil Dicky, did Daredevil snap when the blip happened, McGrew, he probably did, a lot of noise change, Danny McLaughlin, Ray, I can't believe Wanda did this, Sam, Michelle Browne, Michaela Doughty, I believe. Doughty, excuse me, Michaela. I've been pronouncing your name wrong for literal months at this point.
Man has COVID though, so we have to forgive him this week.
I've had COVID the whole time, it turned out.
The whole time.
Thank you to Jesus. Thank you to Sackman41, and thank you also to special new patron Frost.
Do you know what's funny? Is I could have done that.
I know. We both have the Google Doc.
I think you need a true friend, though. To
I
be
want to die.
Look, go on, you can get a good date in.
Let me perish.
So, I think we'll talk to us all next week, guys. You know all the socials are all down below. I'm going to let Shaun maybe look into some coffins, or I don't know. What you got going on?
I'm coughing, all right.
Oh, you're coughing. Do you have any vitamin C or D or something?
I've got vitamin C plus zinc effervescent tablets,
that's
Connor.
The good one. That's the good one.
So I'll have a 10-minute whiskey later and I'll be great.
Hopefully you're a little better later on the week. But I have been Connor Lawler.
I've been Shaun Bean.
And yeah, just tell one human being that we use this. Maybe a doctor. Bye.
Bye.